Hey folks, Troy Bix here, Madison Curtis, Janus International. Here to go in the plant here soon, but to discuss R3, restore, rebuild, and replace. A lot of things happen here at the Arizona Surprise plant. We have plants in Texas, Indiana, Georgia, and internationally in Mexico and the United Kingdom. So come on back, let's take a look at the plant, and then we'll talk a little later about R3, restore, rebuild, and replace. Thanks for coming. Take a look.
So typically color would be customer's choice, but this is all of our coil storage here. You know, we've got a lot of steel ready to be roll formed and ready to be broken in fabrication. So this is kind of where it starts. The fabrication portion of the plant where all of our hallway components are made. And then we have our roll former and our door tables, and that's where all the corrugated doors are made. So it really starts here and kind of goes two different directions and then comes back to get crated and shipped. We'll start with the door tables and the roll formers, and then we'll come back here and go through fabrication. Coming back from coil storage here, we're at our turnstile and our uncoiler. So here, essentially what this allows us to do is to load multiple coils of different colors, thereby allowing us to be more efficient. So once it comes off the turnstile, it goes onto the roll former and then goes down and is actually rolled into the corrugated metal. That would become a door curtain or partition or hallway or anything like that. Here, each of the different dies starts to take shape and make all the different grooves in the panel. But it's, you know, an incredible amount of pressure, even though this is light gauge metal. So after panel goes through the roll former, it comes through this shear here and it's cut into specific lengths per order and goes down this long conveyor belt here toward all the door tables. Then it's stacked and prepared to be seamed into a curtain. This is where the panel ends up when it comes off the conveyor. It gets stacked like this so that when it comes over here to the door table, this is where each sheet will be seamed for the door. And then it goes over to the door table where it'll actually be rolled and wrapped and packaged. So this would be where all of our axle assemblies and barrel assemblies come together, and that's what will actually serve as the barrel upon which the curtain will roll onto. And as you can see, he's greasing some springs right now. The springs is what provides tension in the door to actually lift the door when it comes up so that it's not overly heavy. Once we have our barrel and axle assemblies here, they'll come over to the door table where the curtain will actually be rolled up onto the barrel of the door. And this is where, as you can see, it would be prepared, wrapped, and ready to ship, or ready for crating rather. Similar to our roll-up door tables where the roll-up doors are assembled, we also have door tables for our swing doors, which is another storage application. We get the various components from Fab and from our panel line, where the curtains come seamed and all the caps and stiles and bracing would come from Fab so that it's all ready to be assembled here. You can probably see here, the back side of it's just like white steel. So I think this is probably 26 gauge metal. I think it's an acrylic coating that they put on it.
So what is this used for? These little...
Typically what's popular for the wood finish, which it is actually a relatively expensive finish, but wine storage for a more premier look. So we're back here in the Fabrication Department. Essentially what that means is we have a series of breaks and folders and shears where the flat metal will come and be cut and bent to specification from the customer. Typically all of our hallway components and mass buildings and other fabricated components are made here and prepared to be crated. So right behind us here we have a press brake, our big Cincinnati press, just making some various trim angle here. Yeah, and you can kind of see here they've got all their boxes prepared, some chain hoist assemblies here for some commercial doors. You can kind of see how this all comes together. They bring their boxes and then each person will drop the necessary item in and get it ready to go out the door. So right behind me here is Woodshop. So what goes on here, all the different pallets, skids, and boxes are made so that we can go ahead and load the material, get it ready to take it out in the yard, and then load it onto the truck. So everything out here is just staged, waiting for the truck so that it can get loaded up and ship out to various job sites.